My child, listen to me and do not turn your face away, for I am speaking to you in a time that has been sealed since before you were born, and the seal is opening now. I have watched your steps when you felt unseen, I have counted your tears when no one else noticed, and I have weighed your motives when others judged you wrongly. I am God who sees, I am God who remembers, I am God who answers. I send my warrior, Michael, to stand beside you in this hour because a matter of authority, inheritance, and identity has arrived, and it carries your name written in letters that will not fade. This message will not flatter your doubts, it will confront them, it will not entertain your fear, it will erase it, it will not make peace with the lies spoken over you, it will burn them away and leave only truth standing in the quiet after the storm. Hear me, a wealthy man, whose face you have glimpsed in dreams and whose footsteps you have heard in the corridors of your memory, is moving the weight of his signature from his hand to yours. He has instructed his counsel to prepare documents that change the legal center of power, to lift what was locked and place it where it belongs, to place it in a name heaven has singled out. He has been led by a hand he cannot name, a hand that guided him to look again into records, to reopen a file dismissed as a closed chapter, to revisit an estate ledger and read the margin where a quiet note appears beside your name, the note that says, "Do not forget." He is not being charitable, he is obeying an order spoken in his conscience when he thought he was alone. He is not offering you a token, he is acknowledging a truth. You were written into the story when you didn't know there was a story, and now the plot turns toward you. Michael speaks, and his voice carries a brightness that breaks through the fog of confusion. Do not run from this. Do not call yourself unworthy. Do not talk yourself out of what God is ushering in. Step forward, stay humble, stay alert, keep your peace, but do not retreat. He has shielded you in nights that seemed ordinary but were not, in conversations that seemed casual but were watched, in meetings that looked random but were arranged. The evidence of his vigilance lives in the near misses you survived, in the interruptions that saved you, in the sudden thought that said, "Wait," just as you were about to move the wrong way. He has held back accusations that should have reached you and turned them aside before they learned your address. He has walked perimeter around your home, your mind, and your future, and he has stood guard while this transfer was prepared in rooms you were not invited to, until now. My child, the turning of authority is not a trick of fortune, it is the fruit of a slow, holy timeline. I am not bound by the clocks that bind human plans, but I do work within dates so that you can measure and remember, so that you will know your life is not a blur of coincidences but a tapestry of decisions made in secret council. This is why I tell you plainly, a deadline has pressed itself against this moment. The window is marked, and I am making you attentive. Before the date that men call October 17th closes in your land, a door that has hung on silent hinges will swing. I am not asking you to chase shadows, I am instructing you to become ready, spirit ready, thought ready, document ready, identity ready. I am teaching you the posture of a steward who signs with a calm hand and a clear heart. Do not let the old shame speak over the sound of my voice. That shame that says, "This cannot be for me," is a ghost with no body. That shame that argues, "I do not deserve," is a thief that brings an empty bag. I do not speak to you because you have performed perfectly. I speak to you because I chose you when you were not performing at all. Your worth is not borrowed from other people's opinions. Your worth is not rented from your memories of failure. Your worth is not leased to luck or bound to the last time someone underestimated you. Your worth is covenant, and covenant endures when applause is quiet and the room is empty. I am the one who names you. Let that name be louder than everything else. You will see signs that confirm this word, and the signs will be simple, near, and undeniable. A message you have been waiting for will arrive without the drama you feared. A number you have tried will finally connect. A person who has avoided you will suddenly speak with clarity. A document that seemed to float in delay will touch down on your table. Look for the red edge of an envelope, the blue signature line waiting for your hand, the gold seal that flickers like a coin in sunlight. Do not worship the signs, they are not the treasure. The treasure is the assignment attached to the authority, what you will build, what you will repair, what you will feed, what you will heal once the authority sits in your hand like a living fire that does not burn you. Michael warns you of two distractions that will try to pull this moment away from you. First, the distraction of noise, other people's urgency that is not my urgency, other people's crisis that is not your assignment. Be kind but do not be captured. Second, the distraction of imitation, offers that suddenly arrive sounding generous and glowing, but they are counterfeit routes meant to detour you one street off destiny so that you miss the intersection. He will nudge you when the counterfeit is smiling at you. He will steady you when the real thing feels heavier than you expected. Be sensitive to the difference between hurry and holy speed. I am not rushing you, I am aligning you. You have asked me, why now? Why after years of nothing? Why after months of hope bruised by delay? Because I do not deliver authority to a trembling hand that still loves the approval that once starved it. I waited until your hunger changed. I waited until you preferred purpose to performance, until you preferred clean peace to noisy opportunity, until your heart could hold weight without becoming drunk on it. I waited until humility was not a posture you practiced but a home you lived in. I waited because the blessing I am sending is not a sparkler in a night sky, it is a new sunrise, and sunrises are timed to the world they light. This transfer of power is not only about documents, it is about the power to say yes and the power to say no. Yes to assignments you feared. No to patterns that look familiar but lead nowhere. Yes to growth that stretches you. No to the guilt that manipulates you into being smaller than I called you to be. Yes to stewardship that thinks in generations. No to spending your strength on crowds that clap for everything and remember nothing. When the authority reaches your hands, people will see a surface change, Heaven will witness the deeper transformation, your voice braided to my voice, your decisions listening for my wisdom, your schedule obeying my calendar, your resources moving with my mercy. You will forgive someone you swore you could not forgive, and the chains you felt in your chest will drop to the floor like iron gone soft. You will release a fear that has lived like a house guest in your mind, and the rooms will feel larger. You will stand in a place you once avoided because it held an echo of failure, and you will speak there without your voice shaking. You will clean papers you were afraid to touch. You will answer a call without preparing an apology. These are not small victories, they are the ground I have won in you, so the ground I hand to you will not swallow you. Authority without inner freedom corrodes, authority wrapped in healed surrender multiplies. Listen to the instruction that will steady your steps across this threshold. Keep your words clean, secrecy is not fear, it is wisdom in transit. Do not boast about the seed before it is planted. Do not post the blueprint before the foundation is poured. Keep records, write what I show you, timestamp the mercies. Keep honor, even those who did not believe in you are still souls I love, bless them and move on. Keep rest, exhaustion will try to wear your discernment thin, guard your sleep, drink water, step outside under a sky that is still mine. Keep worship, sing when you do not feel like singing, for worship is how you remember that the giver is better than the gift. Michael places a hand on your shoulder now, he has strength that does not bruise, and he whispers what he has been shouting over your life, I have not led you to a door that will refuse you. I have not trained your hearing so that you would be mocked by silence. I have not wrestled in the night so that morning would forget you. I have summoned witnesses, and they are at their posts. I have cleared a lane, and it is open. He does not beg you to be brave, he reminds you that courage has always lived in you like a pilot light. Take a breath. Place your hand on your heart. Say aloud, even if quietly, I agree with what heaven says about me. Feel how the lies begin to shiver at the sound. I will show you mercy in practical steps because I know your mind longs for clarity. Prepare your simple folder, the one you almost threw away. Put inside it identification that affirms who you already are, not who you pretend to be. Place the numbers you need on a clean page, so you are not searching through old conversations while the moment is present. Lay out the pen that writes smoothly, you will not sign with a struggling hand. If a meeting is required, you will know where and when, and the timing will not mock your responsibilities. If a call is required, it will not come at a time that humiliates you, it will arrive in a window that honors your day. If a decision is required, your peace will rise like a flag, and you will know it. Do not be afraid of the ones who will say, "Why you?" You won't argue with them, you will answer by walking. Do not be afraid of the ones who will try to claim they planted what you are harvesting, I know the field. Do not be afraid of the ones who tell you you're late, you are right on time for the story I am telling. Do not be afraid of the ones who whisper that supernatural favor is fantasy. They have not seen what you and I have survived together. Your life will not be a courtroom where you keep defending your hope. It will be a garden where your hope keeps blooming. Let them count leaves if they insist. You will count fruit. There will be a moment when the quiet inside you becomes louder than the world around you. In that moment, place your yes in my hands and I will place my strength in yours. You will sense an old fear try one last time to dress itself as wisdom. Recognize the mask. True wisdom does not freeze you at the threshold. It helps you turn the handle. True wisdom does not humiliate you for not knowing everything. It celebrates that you finally asked the right questions. Ask me. I am not vague. Ask me for counsel, and I will spare you from glittering traps. Ask me for timing, and I will spare you from exhausting sprints. Ask me for companions, and I will set beside you those who love purpose more than proximity to your blessing. I have hidden help for you in unusual places. A clerk who remembers a file number. A guard who opens a door with kindness. A junior counsel whose conscience outweighs their ambition. A neighbor whose greeting arrives at the exact minute your courage needs a nudge. They are small lanterns along a road that is already lit, and they will do what they can because I planted the desire to help you in them before they met you. Do not despise small kindness. It is how I teach your heart to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Thank them and keep moving. You are not lost, you are led. If you are tempted to say, "This is too much," I answer you, you were made for more than what tried to break you. If you are tempted to say, "I am afraid of the responsibility," I answer you, I will be your counsel and your calm. If you are tempted to say, "I don't know who to trust," I answer you, start with me, and I will teach you how to recognize those who carry light. If you are tempted to say, "I have failed before," I answer you, you learned to breathe underwater, now we walk on a dry path. Your history is not your jailer, it is your teacher. Your pain is not the author of your future, it is the punctuation that ends the old sentence so a new paragraph can begin. Michael straightens the path in front of you with one sweep of his sword, not to impress you, but to show you how quickly confusion bows. He speaks of the man whose wealth has been a heavy crown and a cold house, a man who knows that money does not sing, it hums a low note that cannot comfort the soul. He has watched you from a respectful distance, measuring a quality in you he cannot name. He calls it integrity on days he is honest, luck on days he is frightened. He is not your savior, he is a courier in a suit. He is not your master, he is a witness to the moment when heaven's decree crosses the table and rests before you. Bless him, do not idolize him. Receive, do not cling. Sign, do not sell your peace to the noise that follows. This is bigger than bank accounts and larger than land. Power of attorney is permission to act, heaven pairs it with purpose to heal. You will direct flows that bless people you may never meet. You will fund solutions that you once could only pray for. You will become an answer you used to wait for. You will move resources like a river that remembers where thirsty ground lives. You will say no to waste with a dignity that is not loud. You will champion justice without turning yourself into a storm. You will be underestimated by the ones who count by volume. You will be cherished by the ones who count by fruit. You will not be perfect, but you will be guided, and guidance is the architecture of good outcomes. Prepare your inner room. Breathe before you speak. Smile when panic knocks and let it find the door locked. Eat when appetite tries to hide, rest when achievement tries to bribe you. I am not rushing you to impress onlookers. I am moving you to fulfill the blueprint that fits your hands, your voice, your compassion. The favor on your life is not loud, but it is undeniable. It slips past barriers because it's not dressed in arrogance. Stay small in your own eyes and large in your obedience. That is how weight sits upon you without crushing your ribs. Now, hear my final clarities for this hour. You will not miss what has your name, but you may delay it by arguing with it. Stop rehearsing worst-case endings to stories I am still writing. Stop pre-negotiating your surrender to fear. Stop calling yourself names I never called you. Call yourself what I call you: chosen, carried, corrected, commissioned. Stand in your doorway and bless the threshold. Put your hand upon your folder and bless your stewardship. Place your phone down for a moment and bless your attention. This is not superstition, this is alignment. Bless what I am about to breathe upon, and it will respond. Michael lifts his face and declares once more for your heart to hear it in simple words: this is not a joke. This is not a trap. This is not beyond you. This is appointed. He points not to the calendar as a tyrant, but as a friend. This day is a friend. Do not be tormented by the clock, let it focus you. What must be done, do with calm. What must be said, say with kindness. What must be signed, sign with clean hands. What must be declined, decline without guilt. Do not apologize for arriving at the table you were always meant to sit at. Bow your head before God, do not bow your spine before fear. I place my hand upon your head now, and I quiet the old winds that try to rise. I settle the waters of your thoughts. I order the steps of your feet. I brighten the lamp of your discernment. I soften your voice where it was harsh and strengthen it where it was timid. I open the path in front of you so gently that you will wonder if it was always open. It was not, I opened it. I send favor ahead like scouts and joy behind like a guard. I assign angels to your passage and wisdom to your pen. I bless the man who signs over what is not his to hold any longer. I bless the team that files what must be filed. I bless the hands that carry the envelope. I bless the day and the hour, and I bless your yes. Go now with your peace intact and your attention sharpened. Keep your heart soft and your back straight. Receive what has been prepared in a room you could not enter until now. When the moment comes, and it will, remember that you do not stand there alone. I stand with you, Michael stands beside you, mercy stands within you. Walk in, breathe, read, nod, sign, smile. Then step out into air that feels newly washed. And when you look up at the sky after it is done, do not ask, was this real? Ask, how shall I serve? For this is the secret of authority that lasts. It is a river, not a lake. I am with you. Do not be afraid. Listen closely, beloved, for I am speaking to you now without a veil, and I do not want you to miss a single word, because there is a window open over your life that will not stay open forever, and what I am sending is not a rumor or a guess but a precise movement of grace designed for you alone. I know the weight you have carried, the long nights where a whisper of help would have felt like rain on a desert, the times you stood at the door of opportunity and felt the handle cold against your hand, unsure if it would ever turn. Hear me, the door is turning. A decree has gone forth. An arrangement made in secret has reached the time appointed in heaven. Your name has been written beside an authority you did not ask for and an inheritance you did not bargain to receive. And though people thought you were the last, ignored you, and misread your quiet, I have been placing signatures in rooms you have never entered and preparing documents you have never seen, because I do not need permission to favor the child I love. Do not tremble, stand and receive. The clock is moving, but your destiny is moving faster. Archangel Michael stands at your gate this hour, sword lifted, not to threaten but to clear the path that has been tangled by envy, accusation, and the fog of confusion. He says, do not skip this. You have handled storms with silence and carried pain without publicity. Because you did not curse the night, the morning is compelled to honor you. I have watched the movements around you. I have watched the one who paced halls and counted costs and asked if it could truly be you. I have watched signatures drafted and redrafted, as fear wrestled with favor, and I have pressed courage into the heart of the scribe and softened the hand of the king. This power is not to crush you but to cover you. Do not refuse your covering. You have felt forgotten, but what you called delay I have been using as a vault, locking away what was not yet safe to hand you. Some gifts, if given too early, become traps. But now the trap breaks and the net tears and your feet do not stumble. There is a man whose wealth is not a rumor, whose presence affects rooms the way a tide affects the harbor. He has, for a season, watched you without announcing himself, watched the way you return kindness for insult and patience for hurry and gratitude for crumbs. He has tested, and his testing has reached an end. He knows more of your story than you think, not because he is prying but because I have let your fragrance speak where you could not go, and a fragrance cannot be slandered once it has reached the nostrils of favor. He has resolved the thing in his heart that is now written in ink. The ink is drying, and when ink dries in the realm of men, it is because the decree has already dried in the courts of heaven. This is not manipulation, it is restoration. What you lost in years I am returning in moments. What you feared would pass you by is kneeling to place a crown at your feet. You are hesitant because you have met counterfeits who promised worlds and delivered wounds. You are cautious because you know that wealth can carry chains when it is handed by pride. Hear me, I do not gift you a shackle. I do not dress your wrists for prison. I am placing a key in your palm, and the key is not just to a room or a balance or a title, but to a territory, and with territory comes the responsibility to shelter and to bless. The power of attorney being placed with your name is not merely legal paper to move numbers, it is a spiritual commission to move burdens. I will show you where to lift and where to leave, where to pour and where to refuse. You have asked me many nights, if you trust me, why do you not trust me with more? I answer now, I trust you because scarcity did not sour your soul. You did not make an idol of your hunger. You waited for me. Do not be confused by the noise of those who will speak when they see light pour into your life. Some will call it luck, some will call it fraud. Some will say, who are they to deserve this? But they do not know the hour you returned kindness for cruelty. They did not see Michael stand between you and the arrow that would have ended your beginning. They did not hear the prayer you prayed for the one who once betrayed you. Mercy has a voice, and it speaks in boardrooms you will never visit. Mercy redesigned decisions you did not even know were being made. When the phone rings, when the letter arrives, when the door opens and the room hushes, remember that you are not an imposter, you are an answer. Fear will tell you you are trespassing, favor will tell you you are expected. Listen to favor. There are documents with your name, prepared quietly, and I am breathing upon them. A seal that felt immovable is warming under my hand. The one who holds what is needed has wrestled with hesitation not because he doubts you, but because he fears the backlash of those who fed on his old patterns. Yet I am teaching his hands to be bold. I am teaching his eyes to see your integrity. He is not a perfect man, but he is a chosen instrument for your deliverance in this chapter. Do not idolize him and do not despise him, honor the assignment and keep your gaze on me. When a river brings water to the thirsty field, the field does not worship the river, it thanks the source that carved the river's path.